Today I'm gonna make fresh spring roll sauce, the peanut hoisin sauce that is really popular with the Vietnamese and more Americanized than our traditional Laos dipping sauce, vinaigrette for the fresh spring rolls. So we start out with some water. I'll have the exact measurement because I have done this before with the cooking class. So we'll have, I'll have recipe downloaded. So I'm gonna start. So I have about a cup of water. I like to do about equal part. Your sauce should be about the consistency of pancake. So you could make it, if you want to do like a vinaigrette over a salad bowl, or or dressing, then you could make it thinner. But I like mine to coat the spring rolls, so it's about the consistency of a pancake, I would say. And so you have about a cup of water and a cup of creamy peanut butter. You could use whatever brand, doesn't really make a difference. You could do chunky peanut butter if you like. So equal part of water and peanut butter. And it'll be thick once you put it in, but it'll loosen up once it gets going. And then I feel like the secret would be the hoisin sauce. I do about equal part of that too. Again, I have taught this in the cooking class, so there'll be exact measurement of recipe that I will download at some point. And then next time I'll do the Laos traditional vinaigrette or dipping sauce. So I'll eyeball it. So about equal part as well. 1, 1, 1. Give it a stir. It'll come together. It'll look separated once you put stuff in, the ingredients in. It'll look like it's being separated, but once you could even whisk it, and then remember that when it cools down, it'll thicken as well. So don't get nervous if your sauce is very runny in the beginning. Now, if you want it nice and smooth consistency, you could just whisk it, and then a little bit, about a tablespoon of rice vinegar. I mean, again, recipe are just guideline, right? If you want it a little bit more sour, a little bit more tart, you could add more rice wine vinegar. And if you want it more sweet, put less. And then this is sambal, ground fresh chili paste. So I usually put about a teaspoon to a tablespoon, sometimes 2 tablespoons. It depends how spicy and who's coming and who I'm making it for. I usually start about a tablespoon. It's not as spicy, but the color is pretty. And I like mine with a little hint of spice on it. So, and again, you could always put more. And then at the end, if it's not spicy enough, you could always add silasa on top. And I add a little bit of, about a teaspoon of the seasoning sauce, the mountain seasoning sauce, or soy sauce. And if you don't have that, you could add a little bit of salt. I mean, everybody have their own recipe, kind of like making chicken noodle soup or anything else, right? Peanut butter jelly. Some people put peanut butter first and jelly second, or so it's your recipe. It's a guideline. You can make it however you like. So, and then I usually put a little bit of sugar too. Just about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon, or I would say about half a teaspoon of sugar. And then you just stir it all in. And then eventually, it'll come together. It'll boil a little bit. You don't want it boiling. You want it all come together. And then if you want it faster, you could turn up the heat. So, and it'll be like nice golden brown, almost like a dark brown sugar color. of like to, you know, to see. And then, I mean, it seriously takes about 5 minutes. And if you don't have, you know, if you don't have the time, you could, if you have a little bit of peanut butter left in the jar, you could put everything in the jar and microwave it. It works the same. And if it's too thick, you could just add more water. So, and then you could taste how you like it. A little hint of spice, sweet, sour, salty. Sometimes I amaze myself when it turns out exactly how I want it, and I don't have to like add other ingredients to make it, you know, a certain way. But this is exactly how I want it to be. And then you top it with silasa and crushed peanut. I roasted my own peanut. And then this is the traditional Laos vinaigrette. It starts out with simple syrup, equal part of water and sugar, and then a little bit of salt and fish sauce. I like the 3 crab fish sauce for the flavor and the smell and the taste. And then it have crushed garlic and chili. Lots of lime juice because you want it sour and tart. So it should be like sweet, sour, you know, a little salty. And then again, the ground chili paste on that. And that's about it. And I use this for the salad bowl. I make it and I put it in the fridge all the time. We always have it in the fridge because it's my go-to vinaigrette. You know, if you don't feel like rolling up your spring roll or you're out of the spring roll wrapper, you can put everything in a bowl and, you know, make a salad. So it's a salad bowl. So the peanut sauce is done. It's thick. So I'll put it in my serving bowl. It's my mortar and pestle. I love mortar and pestle in every shape and size. Right. Like I said, it'll thicken up once it cools down. You could make it a little loose too. A little bit of peanuts, freshly ground peanuts. Then you could do the same thing. You put the vinaigrette in whatever you're serving, and then you top it off with crushed peanut. And then a little bit of silasa. I like to do heart shape on mine because it's cute. See, it's 5 minutes. So fresh spring roll is basically a salad roll. You could put everything and anything in it. You could use avocados, smoked salmon, you know, or you could do really traditional bean sprout, lettuce, rice noodle. If you're watching your carb, you could just load up with protein, shrimp, roast pork, and lots of vegetables. So this is, I soak my rice, I rinse basically like a quick dip in cold water of rice paper. And it looks like this. It is called rice paper. Gluten-free rice paper. I like the 3 brand lady. It holds up better. You just, you know, get it wet, not soaking wet, and then just let it sit for a minute and it'll soften up. So I like to start mine with noodles, just rice noodle. And then some lettuce. I mean, you can put whatever you want. It's your salad. But I love a lot of herbs and vegetables. So bean sprout, some chisel, Japanese mint. The noodle will stick into your hand. Some cilantro, green onion, some mint. So you just lay everything nicely. Then some pork. This is pork tenderloin. I roasted it. I marinated it this morning and then I roasted it. And then you just grab it from the end. Then you just roll it. It's like making fried egg roll. It's a spring roll or a burrito. If you make it really big, it will become a burrito. Right? And then if you want to add shrimp, I usually put my shrimp at the end so that it looks pretty. cilantro, and then I have dipping sauce. I might do a vinaigrette. I might do one of each actually today. So that's how it is. So I'll do another one. Again, rice paper, some noodles, bean sprout, cilantro, green onion, lettuce, and you can use spring mix lettuce, iceberg lettuce, romaine lettuce, whatever you have. And you don't even have to use lettuce. You could pretty much use whatever you have. Coleslaw mix, I have done that just to clean out the fridge. You know, it's basically, if I don't do fresh spring roll or salad bowl, I'll do a stir fry with different things I have in the fridge, right? So, pork, 3 pieces, couple of shrimp. You can do it inside because I'm going to put flour on the outside this time. So I'm going to do my protein inside. So you just roll it in, hold it tight, pull the side in, and then you can use edible flour. I have pansy in the greenhouse, so I picked some. And then you just put it on, and then you just roll. It's kind of fun, you know. And then you could do, if you don't have roast pork, you could do smoked salmon, you could do roast chicken from Costco or wherever you get it, and you know, make it fun, make it your own. And see, I use pansy, and it's pretty. There's so many different ways to wrap too. So I'm gonna do a couple of those. I shall put it in my little basket. You want to make everything pretty, right? I'm going to cut that in half to show you. See? That. I'm going to have little sauce. See? And see how it coats your spring roll? It's like that. So good. This is the last vinaigrette. It's funny when when I go out for pho, or on a rare occasion that I go with friends and stuff and meet up, I still order fresh spring roll. And it always breaks my heart when you get 2 and it's $12. And it's not even as tasty as homemade, right? So this is the vinaigrette. I feel like I like the vinaigrette better than the other, but a lot of people like the other kind, the peanut hoisin sauce. I mean, it's all in your preference. I love the vinaigrette. To me, it just feels lighter and I could eat more. And I like the fresh, crushed garlic and chili flavor. So good. So this is what I'm gonna have for lunch, early dinner, and go download the exact recipe on the YouTube channel. Thanks everybody.